People love vocation stories. I love vocation stories. And one of the best vocation stories I ever heard was from this priest that I had met who was a vocation director. And he said that he was in his mid-20s and he was finishing up his graduate work. He was dating a woman that he was very much interested in. But he had this nagging thought that maybe God was calling him to be a priest. And it was something that had bothered him for years. So he figured that this was a crucial time, so he needed to resolve the question quickly. And so he decided that to resolve the question, he was going to flip a coin. Now, I would strongly discourage anyone from considering to do that. That's a really horrible way of trying to figure out what God wants you to do for your life. But in this case, this guy decided that was the only recourse. So he takes a coin and he says, well, if it's heads, I'm going to enter seminary. And if it's tails, I'm going to marry this woman and I'm going to finish my degree and I'm going to go on to have a professional career and hopefully success in that career. And in order to give himself the best odds, he decided he was going to make it a best of 7 coin toss. So he flips the coin. And after 6 tosses, it's tied. 3 heads, 3 tails. So he takes a big, deep breath and he flips the coin. He checks it. It's tails. Marriage, family life, career. And he discovered that when he got that result, that he also felt a little bit disappointed. He discovered that once he was free to do what he wanted, that what he wanted, he discovered, was the priesthood. And it's a really fascinating story and a beautiful story, and it tells us a lot about the way that we often approach our vocation. You know, sometimes we can think of a call to the priesthood as of kind of a curse that we can't get away from, and something that's kind of oppressive in us. But it's only when those shackles are broken, when we stop thinking about it in those terms, when we realize that we're free, then we can actually respond to what the Lord is offering us, because we can recognize that it's actually a gift. It's a sign of God's love for us, that it's not something that he just imposes upon us and curses us with. Because this offer of the priesthood is a sign of God's love for us. And so we have to be able to respond with freedom, because responsive love always involves freedom. It requires freedom. And so we should not be afraid to consider these things seriously, and not out of a position of fear, but as a position of freedom, to be free to respond to this great gift and this great calling that the Lord offers us.